Imagine looking up at the night sky and noticing something new. Not a star, not a comet, a planet, a massive dark world drifting silently through space. No orbit, no warning, no permission. A rogue planet has entered our solar system. Rogue planets are real. Astronomers have already discovered many of them drifting alone in the galaxy. These are planets that were ejected from their original star systems, thrown out by gravitational chaos billions of years ago. Since then, they've been wandering in total darkness, frozen, invisible, almost impossible to detect. Now imagine one of them is heading toward us. First, we wouldn't see it with our eyes. Rogue planets don't shine. They don't reflect much light. They are cold, dark, and quiet. Scientists would detect it through gravitational effects. Tiny disturbances in the orbits of distant objects in the outer solar system. Something would feel off. Then telescopes would confirm it. A planet-sized object, moving fast, not orbiting the sun, crossing into our cosmic neighborhood. At first, panic spreads online. Headlines explode. Unknown planet detected. Scientists stay calm. Distance matters. Space is huge. Even inside our solar system, objects are separated by unimaginable gaps. But here's where it gets serious. If this rogue planet passes far beyond Neptune, we might only experience minor orbital disturbances. Some comets could shift direction. The Oort cloud, a distant shell of icy objects surrounding our solar system, might get shaken. Over thousands of years, more comets could be sent toward the inner planets. But if it comes closer, everything changes. Gravity is the real threat. Planets don't need to collide to cause destruction. They just need to pull. If a rogue planet passes near Jupiter, the most massive planet in our system, gravitational forces could create chaos. Jupiter acts like a shield for Earth, absorbing or redirecting asteroids and comets. If its orbit is disturbed, that protective balance could weaken. Now imagine the rogue planet moves even closer. If it passes near Earth's orbit, even without hitting us, the gravitational tug could slightly alter our path around the sun. Even a tiny change in orbit can mean massive climate consequences. Move slightly closer to the sun, temperatures rise, ice melts, oceans expand, weather becomes extreme. Move slightly farther away, global cooling begins, crops fail, ecosystems collapse. And if the rogue planet is massive, like Neptune or larger, tidal forces could affect Earth directly. Earthquakes could increase. Volcanic activity might rise. The moon's orbit could shift. Our planet's stability depends on delicate gravitational balance. Disrupt that balance and long-term chaos begins. But what if it gets even closer? If a rogue planet passed within a few million kilometers of Earth, tides would rise dramatically. Not normal ocean tides, but global-scale tidal distortions. Coastal cities would face catastrophic flooding. The crust itself could flex under gravitational stress. The sky would look different too. Imagine a giant dark sphere hanging in the night, larger than the moon, moving slowly across the stars. It would be the most terrifying object ever seen by human eyes. And then comes the worst-case scenario, a direct collision. The probability is extremely low. Space is vast. Even when objects move through the inner solar system, they usually miss. But if a rogue planet collided with Earth, it wouldn't be an extinction event. It would be total annihilation. The energy released would dwarf the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. The planet's surface would melt. Oceans would vaporize. Earth's structure could be shattered entirely. But here's the important part. The universe is chaotic, but it's also spacious. The chance of a rogue planet entering the inner solar system in our lifetime is extremely small. Astronomers constantly monitor near-Earth objects. Large planetary bodies are easier to detect long before they arrive. And yet, rogue planets absolutely exist. Some estimates suggest there could be billions of them drifting through the Milky Way, more rogue planets than stars, invisible worlds wandering in darkness. Which raises a deeper question. What if one has already passed through our solar system, millions of years ago? Some scientists have proposed that unusual tilts and orbital patterns in distant objects might hint at past gravitational disturbances. There are even hypotheses about a hidden Planet 9 far beyond Neptune, a massive object influencing distant trans-Neptunian objects. Could that be a captured rogue planet? We don't know. That's the beauty and terror of space. Our solar system feels stable, predictable, permanent, but on cosmic timescales, everything moves. Everything shifts. Nothing is guaranteed. Stars explode, planets migrate, galaxies collide, and somewhere out there right now, a dark planet is drifting alone between the stars. No sun, no light, no life, just gravity. And maybe one day, it will enter another star system, maybe even ours. The question isn't whether rogue planets exist. The question is, if one entered our solar system tomorrow, would we be ready? If you're fascinated by rogue planets, black holes, and the darkest mysteries of the universe, subscribe to CosmoNova, because out there in space, the next discovery could change everything.